Hi, we're with Billie and Sam Fairs to talk to them about relationships.
Relationships can be very fun. It makes us happy and it's exciting. But whether you're dating or daydreaming about someone, it can get very confusing, especially if you've got a question and don't know who to go to for advice. So, let's talk relationships. Can you remember who you first started daydreaming about?
Oh, yeah, you had one.
It was more Mark from Westlife. He's really cringy now, but obviously at the time I used to be a massive fan of Westlife, so I used to really fancy him, and I'd buy all the merchandise, like Westlife, like rucksacks, pencil cases, and I'd have loads of posters of him.
So how did that make you feel then?
I suppose you just feel excited and giggly, when you talk to your friends about it. So
when you see the concert, you feel like you've had a snippet of them because you've seen them in real life.
Yeah, definitely.
And have you ever had your heart broken by a boy?
no, I don't think I have.
When I was in year 7, I had a really, really serious crush on someone, and I don't think they fancied me. So for me, I was probably heartbreaking, but I haven't actually had a serious breakup since I've been dating.
Have you ever been in a situation where you both fancied the same boy?
We haven't really.
Actually, yeah, there was this one guy at primary school, and I ended up marrying him at primary school.
Wayne.
Wayne. We both actually went out of him first, and I went out of him. Then he asked me to marry him, and I married him. We had a ceremony and everything.
And I was maid of honour.
She was maid of honour. I was about 10. But since then, no. So it was.
I think we both go for completely different boys. All of Samantha's boyfriends, all of my boyfriends are completely different.
Yeah.
And who did you go to for advice? Was it your mum or your friends?
It was a mixture, really, wasn't it? Me and Billie are really close to our mum. We're really close. So, and all our friends were all really open about our relationship. So we're lucky that we've got that support network around us, because not a lot of people do, and we're all really open, really, aren't we?
I think it's important to talk to people as well and ask people for advice, because your friends are your friends, and obviously your mum's never gonna, steer you in the wrong direction. So obviously being open is the best thing.
Yeah.
What do you think is probably the hardest part about becoming a teenager?
A lot of the time you sort of worry about what you look like and what other people think, until you sort of find yourself. Everyone goes through that, do I look alright, am I wearing the right things? And I think like I said, you do get people in school which can challenge you and be nasty and things, but I do think having a group of friends around you really does help you sort of get through that together, and that's your friends, and that's it. You don't care what other people think.
We did do one thing wrong, was the overload on the bronzer.
Yeah.
I don't know, you you're lovely, but when we were younger at school, we went for this stage where we just pile on the bronzer and have
it was the orange faces, the pale lips, and then the really long, scraggy blonde hair extensions.
Oh, yeah. And then you look at it, and our mums used to say, you don't need it. And we thought it was so cool to look like that.
But at the time, you think you look really good.
I look back at it now and I was just wow, was we so orange? But it was, one of those things.
It is part of growing up.
Yeah.
Well, Sam and Billie, thank you very much for talking to us about relationships. And if you've got any more questions about growing up, then go to our Ask Vicky section at our Lil-lets Becoming a Teen website.